Hello and welcome to another session in mathematics. In this session we'll be looking at variance. But before that, let us take a review of our previous lesson. Welcome back. Let us quickly take a look at variance. It's one of the tools we use in statistics in measuring the relationship between two or more items. Okay, let us quickly look at variance. In our previous classes, we've been able to deal with histogram. We've talked of mean, median, and mode. We've talked of bar chart. We've talked of pie chart. We've talked of standard deviation. Okay, but today let us then look at variance. Variance is given as x squared to be equal to summation of f into x minus x bar squared all over summation of f. That's the formula we use in finding the value of variance. Okay, quickly we'll take an example to apply this formula. We have an example here on the screen. It says the table shows the time to the nearest hours of television watched by a group of students in a week, and we are asked to calculate the variance. We have time 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, and that's the time interval. Okay, then we have our frequency to be 2, 5, 8, 10, 14, 6, 4, and 1. Okay, first of all, we need to create the table. When we did standard deviation, I taught us how to create a table, how to find mid values, how to find frequency times x, how to find x minus x bar, which our x bar is our mean, and all that. So we'll still repeat the process here. So we have our class interval. We call this class interval, and from the question we have them to be 1 to 5, 6 to 10. We have 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15. We have 16 to 20, 16 to 20. We'll have 21 to 25. We'll have 26 to 30. We'll have 31 to 35. And then we'll have 36 to 40. Okay, then after that we'll then find what we'll call the mid value, and we'll call that our x, the mid values. I taught us how to do that. I told us that how we'll find the mid values is by adding the two intervals and then dividing it by by 2. So that will give us 1 plus 5 all over 2, and that will give us 6 divided by 2 will give us 3. For this you have 6 plus 10, which is 16. 16 divided by 2 will give us 8. 11 plus 15 will give us 26. 26 divided by 2 will give us 13. You understand? So for this you have 18. For this you have 23. This will give us 28, and this will give us 33, while this will give us 38. Okay, then we have our frequency. Their values are there in the question: 2, 5, 8, 10, 14, 6, 4, and 1. So we have a frequency to be 2, 5, 8, 10, 14, 6, 4, and 1. Then after that, we then have remember our frequencies are f. We then have fx, that is the multiplication of f and x, which is our mid value. So we have 3 times 2, and that will give us what? 6. 8 times 4, 8 times 5 will give us 40. 13 times 8 will give us 104. 18 times 10 will give us what? 180. We have 23 times 14, and that will give us 322. 28 times 6 give us 168. Okay, I hope you are cross-checking that on your calculator. Okay, we have 33 times 4, and that will give us 132. We have 38 times 1, and that will give us 38. Okay, then we've found our summation f of x. When we add up all this, what do we have? Summation f of x, that will give us 990, and then we'll add up our f, summation f, that will give us 50. Okay, so we then find the value of what? Mean. That is what will help us to determine x minus x bar, because our x bar is our mean. Is that correct? So let's go over to the next page. We have our mean, which is x bar, to be equal to summation f of x all over summation f, and that will give us 990 divided by 50. 990 divided by 50, what do we have? Okay, we have 19.8. So our x bar, let me write it here, is equal to 19.8. So to obtain these values, x minus x bar, we then have 3 minus 19.8, and that will give us what? Minus 16.8. We have 8 minus 19.8, and that will give us minus 11.8. 13 minus 19.8, what do we have? Yeah, 13 minus 19.8 will give us what? Minus 6.8. Do it in all of them, then you have here to be minus 1.8. This is 3.2. This is 8.2. That is 28 minus 19.8. Then we have 33 minus 18.8, and that will give us 13.2. 38 minus 19.8 will give us 18.2. Okay, so we're done with that. Then the next thing we'll find is x minus x bar squared, the square of all this. So we have 16.8 squared to give us 282.24. Okay, 11.8 squared will give us 139.24. Minus 6.8 squared will give us 46.24. Minus 1.8 squared will give us 3.24. 3.2 squared will give us 10.24. 8.2 squared will give us 67.24. Okay, we have 13.2 squared, and that will give us 174.24. And then we have lastly 18.2 squared, and that will give us 331.24. Okay, then we'll go over to f into x minus x bar squared. So that means frequency times this. So we have 2 times 282.24. Okay, and that will give us 564.48. 564.48. We have 5 times 139.24, and that will give us what? 696.2. Then we have 8 times 46.24, and that gave us 369.92. Do it in all of them. We have 32.4 here. We have 143.39 here. We have 403.44. We have 696.96, and then we have lastly 331.24. Then we then add this up to get summation of f into x minus x bar. Okay, and what do we obtain? We have our answer to be 3238.03. Add it up. Let me write it on the other page. We have our summation of f into x minus x bar to be equal to 3238.03. Okay, but remember the formula for variance is what? Summation of f into x minus x bar squared all over what? Summation of f. Okay, and our summation of f from the question is 50, and the summation of f into x minus x bar squared is equal to what? 3238.03. Okay, remember, then we have our variance, which is x squared, to be equal to summation of f into x minus x bar squared all over summation of f, and then that will give us 3238.03 all over 50, because our summation of f is equal to 50. And then when you do that, what do you obtain? You have 64.76. Is that correct? Okay, so we then have 64.8, and we are dealing with what? Hours. So that's 64.8 hours. This is to 3 significant figures. 3 significant figures. Okay, so that's the basic understanding of how variance works. Okay, so to refresh your memory on what we've done so far, kindly provide the answer to the following questions on the screen. Welcome back. So far we've been able to deal with variance, and we'll stop here for today. So do well to use the lesson note on the platform for better understanding of what we've just done so far, and feel free to leave a comment or question on the comment section if you have any. Till we meet again in our next class, stay safe and bye.